Hello, hello, hello. This is Coach Kemi, CEO and founder of How to Think Global Consulting Empire. Nice to be here this beautiful, lovely, sunny afternoon that we have here in the UK. And today I'm going to be sharing with you the top 4 characteristics of top executive ready females in the workspace. Top executive ready females. I was that woman who was not top executive ready. But really, I was in my mind. But because I didn't have all my T's crossed and my I's dotted, I thought I was not top executive ready. So what I mean by that is C-suite, you're going all the way up to C-suite level, you're going into the boardroom. Either in your organization, out of your organization, a non-profit organization, you're sitting on their board. And so for a very long time, I lived like I was low. I lived like I was small. I would venture in, but then I'll quickly venture out because, I didn't have this and I didn't have that qualification and I didn't dress all hoity-toity. And I thought that was what made a top-level executive female. But that was untrue until I realized I could just be me. I realized that I had information. I had expertise information, my expertise no one else had. And I could actually be. So I started applying to be on boards. And currently I am I'm a non-executive on a board. And you can be as well if that's where you want to go. But in the workspace, you can climb up. So if you're that female looking for a more senior position or going all the way up to C-suite level and boardroom level, then you need to listen to me for the next 10 to 15 minutes, no longer than 15 minutes in total, because I have something for you. But right now, let me share with you the top 4 characteristics of top executive ready females in the workspace. I was inspired to share this when I listened to a very short video entitled Top Challenges Facing Boards in 2018. And on it, the person that was being interviewed, I'm looking at my notes, the person that was being interviewed is Paula Loop. She's the leader in PwC Governance Insights Center. So she's the leader of PwC Governance Insights Center. And they asked her, what last year they had asked her in 2017, what are the top challenges of people on the board, facing boards in 2017? And now in 2018, she repeated the same thing and she added some other things. But out of it, I just want to take out 4 that I believe are the most important for you to have. And then over the next 4 days, I will unpack each of those 4 so that you can determine whether you are in those brackets. Because you see, whether you're a senior manager, a director, a partner, if these 4 characteristics are not already showing up in your life, then your speed going to the top, your not just your speed, but your desire, your aspiration for a more senior position will be a bit dicey. It will be harder to get into those positions if you are already not displaying these characteristics. So these characteristics, number 1 is you need to be that person that is able to really deliver the strategy now and into the future. If you are not that female who can really deliver strategy now, the strategy of the organization now and into the future, you are not ready for any promotion. You are not ready. If you don't think that way, you are not ready. Number 2, you need to be a subject matter expert. A subject matter expert. You can't just be, oh, I could do this, I could do that. You need to be an expert in a subject matter. Number 3, so it does not really matter what you have been hired to do right now within your current organization. There is something that palpitates in your heart that you want to learn more of. You probably never studied, you probably don't have any qualification, but you do not need a qualification to be a subject matter expert. And we'll talk a bit more about that. Number three, can you really work together with others? You need to be able to work together with others. You cannot be on one extreme. Well, this is what I do. This is how I am. I once worked with a director who was interim for the director that she was on holiday. No, she was off ill. And the lady that was off ill was just in charge. She was just on top. She ruled with ruthlessness. People didn't like her. People were resigning in her team because of that. And her senior manager and the top executive who put her in that position knew, but they did nothing about it. But when this lady that worked with me took time and she occupied the position, the way she treated people, they loved her. They did not want the other lady to come back. So we could see in those two cases that one could work with others, the other did not know how. And we'll unpack that over the next few days. And the last one is be able to take feedback. I call it feed forward, because when it's fed back to you, what you need to do, it should take you forward. If you are not that person that can handle whatever comes to you, then you are not that person that needs to occupy a more senior position. Because you will always need someone to pipe up, say, you know, Kemi, you didn't do this right. The actions you took in that meeting were not, you know, the best. The way you spoke to your colleague was not, you know, you are late for the meeting like 3 times. If you cannot take that, and if you're going to pipe up and start giving reasons and excuses why, well, don't you understand? I have children, I have a life, then you are really not ready for where you want to go. So if what I've shared with you so far is something that interests you, then I'd like to invite you to my full day, VIP day, CEO Thinking. It's called CEO Thinking VIP day. It will be 7.5 hours together, either virtual or face-to-face. It's also for the woman who is ready for more. That woman who aspires for more. That woman who has been in her current position for a minimum of 2 years. That woman who is earning 5 figures currently in her job. And I don't mean 10K, 20K, whether it's in pounds or dollars, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're earning from 50K upwards, you are eligible to apply for this VIP day. Now, let me tell you the components of this VIP day. First of all, it's by application only. So you're going to need to click on the link either above or below this video, depending on where you're watching it, so that we can get together. Once you send the application form to me, within 24 hours, I'll come back to you and we'll have a conversation. It could take up to an hour, because in that conversation, I'll be digging deep to find out where you are, where you want to go, who you really are. Are you a good fit for this VIP day? Can you do what you say you want to do? Are you ready for it? Because it's not everyone that's ready for it. I don't want you to get promoted and then fall down or fail. That's not what I do. So I'll really be checking in with you. And after, if you're a good fit, the investment, I was going to say the money. The investment for this VIP day is £2,997. My birthday was on Saturday, just gone, the 21st of July. And I said this offer will last only up until my birthday. But I realized I usually celebrate my birthday for the entire month. So you get this offer instead of $3,997, which is the usual investment. It's $2,997 for a full VIP day with me, CEO Thinking. Now, let me tell you what we are going to look at in this VIP day. Number one, we're going to look at the READY formula for promotion. READY, R-E-A-D-Y, it's an acronym I created to help us both determine whether you're actually ready for the change that will occur in your life and for the changes and transformations you need to go through. Are you really ready for this? The next thing that we will look at is we look at the relationship between your RQ and your ERQ. I'm just getting my other notes here. Your RQ and your ERQ. We're going to look at the relationship. Your RQ is your relationship quotient, and your ERQ is your emotional resilience quotient. Your ability to be strong, to be resilient, to stand the test of time, what words are said to you, how it's said to you, how you conduct yourself, will determine whether you are really ready for where you're going and how you relate with your colleagues. We'll be doing some role play. Now, you're probably going to think role play in a VIP day. Oh, yeah. What a role play tends to do is to expose those things you have covered up and you probably have not mentioned to me during our time together. We'll be resetting your mindset. There'll be a few tools we'll be using for resetting your mindset, because I will not be looking at your mindset. I'll be looking at your thoughts, because I teach you how to think right so that you can live right. It's really very simple. Many people have focused on mindset, but how does your mind get set? Your mind gets set by the thoughts that you set on the ground of your mind, or the thoughts you plant on the ground of your mind. And only what you plant is what will grow. So we're going to be looking at that. Then we'll be looking at your vision for your career. What does that vision look like? Because you need to have visibility, and visibility is made up of vision and ability. So what is your vision? What does it look like? We'll write it out. We will really go into it and see what this vision is. And in it, you might find out that you don't have much of a vision, or you have an amazing vision, but you have not paid it attention. And then we look at what your ability is, because your ability to write your vision out clearly, to know it, to explain it, has a great impact on your ability to work your vision out. You see, if you don't know what the vision looks like, you don't know where you are going, you will waste time, and you probably will not act out. You will not be able to work out that vision. So it's critical that we look at that. Okay, and at the end of it, you go with the TFTS template. That's Think Fast, Think Strong template. This will help you do exactly that. Think fast and think strong. And there are a few other surprises I have for you. So if this sounds like something you are after, simply click on that link right here in the title bar. Submit it back to me within 24 hours. I'll come back to you. We will arrange a suitable time mutually for both of us so that we can hop on the phone and have a conversation about what you want, where you are going, and what you're going to do. And remember, this VIP day is not for everyone. If you're not earning 50K and above, if you're not that woman that aspires for more responsibility and more authority, if you do not move mountains and you do not want to learn to move mountains, if you do not see yourself as the solution and as the answer, any organization that hires you is, if you don't see yourself that way, then you should not be talking to me. However, if it's an affirmative of all of those things, then hey, fill out the application form, because it's by application only. There are only a few spots. As you know, I am not able to take many people, 10, 15 people. There are only a few spots left. So if this is you, hop on quickly. Let's have a conversation. And you never know, peradventure is not for you. I do have colleagues I can refer you to who will better help you, better enable you to do that which you are born to do. If you're female, you need to do this. Enough of this lack of diversity, whether it's gender or ethnicity. It's not about gender, it's not about ethnicity. It's about us piping up, stepping up to the plate and saying, yep, I can do this. I am able. It's not about getting the next qualification. It's about you rising and saying, I can do this. And if you know anyone that this is for, please invite them to my page, like my page. You like my page, get your friends to like my page, and get them to click on that link, and we'll have a conversation. I look forward to serving you. I am Coach Kemi, CEO and founder of How to Think Global Consulting Empire. Because if you're not building an empire, what are you building? You stay strong.